What if the answers aren't clear? Even if the answers aren't clear, we'll show you where the data leads. Progress is always possible. Simplot Grower Solutions.
Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Fruit and Vegetable Magazine, reporting to you from the annual Tree Vine Expo. I'm here with Cameron Zuber, one of our featured speakers here today. He talked about a number of orchard issues across a number of commodities, what growers are having trouble with, and what you've observed as a farm advisor, and how to basically understanding why these problems are there and how to mitigate them. So one of the issues you talked about was nubbins in peaches. Can you explain what that is?
Sure. So a nubbin in a peach is kind of a fruit that stays on the tree that stays small, and that's kind of an issue because you want a certain size. So typically nubbins are caused due to an issue with fertilization, and in the past around Stanislaus County this was seen either due to low chill accumulation or a frost or freeze event which occurred. It has been more so seen on earlier peach varieties like Fairtime, most likely because they're a little bit more susceptible to that. So in the case of freezes, what happens is there's actually successful pollination, but the freeze kind of kills that developing ovary, and you can tell that it's a nubbin because when you cut it in half, there's no seed or kernel inside, and there might be a little black speck that might be there where it occurred. And basically it's kind of an issue with fertilization, and the challenge with peaches is they don't remove these fruit from the tree. It can happen in almonds, but they tend to remove it. So come around harvest time, you're seeing these normal sized peaches, but also these tiny ones are nubbins. And that's kind of an issue for a grower because it's not really a marketable crop. But typically it's an issue that occurred earlier in the season, either due to low chill, so it's more of a variety challenge because they have less time to accumulate chill, or they're flowering when there's a higher chance for freeze events.
So we can't change the weather, but what can growers do to minimize the amount of nubbins they get in their orchards?
Well, the general thought would be you could thin them out, but unfortunately, from my understanding, the nubbins look the same when you're thinning the fruit.
Indistinguishable.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It's normally once they start to size up when you start to see the issue. So with freeze events, it's typical freeze mitigation. So you're aware that your crop is flowering, you're keeping an eye on the weather. So normally running irrigation can help depending on the irrigation. If it's a low chill challenge, then there's not too much that can be done other than just being aware that this might be an issue for crops that might be flowering a little early or have a higher chill requirement, and you can potentially manage that later in the season. So not too much on some things, but potentially others depending on what the cause could be happening.
Well, thank you for the insights on that. I got some peach trees of my own, and I have seen them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with the peach crop, we really want good-sized peaches, and we don't want to be wasting energy or resources and nutrients and stress of the tree and producing nubbins.
Exactly.
So read more about this in California Fruit and Vegetable Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.